Live now. Hi there, this is Neil Kilbey and
Peter Schmitz from Southern Florida.
Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Today it's my favorite subject, which is retention. Okay, and that is retention of clients and not retention of anything else. So the most important thing that we work so hard to do is to get a new client. Okay, and once we get them into the machinery, and we forget to retain them, and we keep talking about getting new clients. That's the most simplistic thing. Peter, you've been in the industry for many years. Retention. Can you add a few words?
Sure, a few words. Thank you. Retention is essential to the lifeblood of any business. And think about it this way. A customer is retaining, he's paying you something every month. Let's say it's 100, 1,000, whatever the amount per month. The longer you retain a client, the more valuable they become. And obviously the better relationship, the more you can service them, all that. But as from the pure economics of it, if I have a customer for a year, that's $1,000 a month, that's $12,000. If I go get a new client and I spend $500 to $1,000 to get them, I really, at that point, I have no idea how long they're going to last.
Yeah.
Unless you're locking them into a contract, which most of us don't do. So the real long-term value to my business is to retain that first client for 12 months or 24 months or some such thing, because that's long-term money to my business. And it's obviously I can build a much better relationship by serving a client longer period, and that's all good. But your point about retention is the value to my business because I've retained a customer. And I think that's what you're talking about.
So many multiple things. If your average retention of a client is 1 month, so every time you want a new client, you need a new expend to get them. There is no value in your business.
Well, you're not going to stay in business doing that either.
No. So the ultimate interpretation of what the value of your business is that when you get a client, that you retain them for 2, 3, 4 years. As far as I'm concerned, there is no reason to lose a client. Okay, if they're in that market, and you've got them as a client for once, you want to keep them for as long as they're in that market. Full stop. And whether that's 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years. If you've got dog food as your thing, it's for as long as they've got a dog.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
That dog, you tell them to get another dog.
Get another dog.
We don't lose them. Okay.
Give them a dog. Just send them a dog.
Exactly. I mean, it's continuous. We should be looking after our clients in a respectful way on a continuous basis and be thinking about what can we do to keep them interested in the products we do. Okay, if you've only got a product that's a one-off, find reasons for them to buy something else.
Yeah, okay? That's a whole different. Yeah,
you've got a client in the first place. They trusted you enough to buy from you once. Okay, you've done the hard work. The next thing, and all we need to do is find them something else to purchase if you don't at the moment, with a good reason for them to come back to you on a regular basis.
And what's the best way to keep them?
Well, the first of all is to understand what they like and just simply look after them. It may be a discount. It may be giving them something, a new product as a sample or to try. But we don't just discount away. We find what it is that's important to them and we make sure that we service that as the number one thing. Then there's other little bits that we can add on top of that. Any thoughts you've got on retaining clients?
No, it's all about value. The more value I can provide to that client, the more likely they are to stay and feel it's good value to them, and they're happy to pay. So the trick is to keep providing value and service them extremely well, the way you want to be serviced. And there's things you don't want to do, but for the most part, if you have a good client that you work well with, that you like, you trust, you respect, it's a pretty win-win situation. I've had those and they're wonderful situations. And we've all had the demon client where you can't wait for them to go away. So we're not talking about that today. I want to talk about retention because that is the lifeblood of any small business owner.
So important. There is nothing I could ever overstate and get too excited about compared to retaining a client. It is just massive. We've done the hard work. The easy thing is to keep that relationship sweet, okay? And it's when you talk about value, it may not be a monetary value. It is just value to them. So if you can, you know, whenever I go to a restaurant and they remember my name, I think this is a lovely place. Okay. If they remember the name of my dog, which I haven't got, but if I had a dog and they remembered the name of a dog, it would be even nicer.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's that retention. Those clients who want to buy something on a regular basis, say like vitamins.
Let's not go down there.
Vitamins. Okay.
You're funny. You're funny.
I am funny. But if they're going to be buying them on a regular basis, they've already paid the full price for the product, or the appropriate price for it. So it's keeping in the loop of what else they might be interested in, giving them samples of something else, just looking after them, and trying to get them into the situation where they are, if we can, they're paying on a monthly basis without having to repurchase every time. So let's just get them into a program. But retention is just so important. You've done the hard work. It's so easy to keep somebody sweet. Peter, I can see that you've heard me enough times now.
You are definitely passionate about this. It's for good reason, but I think you've made all the key points for our listeners today.
Okay, that's superb. Okay, thank you, everybody. And remember, keep your clients. Just keep them. My God. All right. And I can't find the end button. Right. Oh, there we go. Say something interesting, Peter, whilst because I've got the world's tiniest cursor at the moment.
Yeah, we're learning how to use this StreamYard, guys. So bear with us. Yeah, we'll get it right.
Well, there you go. Thanks, everybody.